Well, good morning, viewers. Today we have a 2009 Audi A4 Quattro, and it has a noise. So we're going to listen to this noise. See if we can hear it. And haven't left the driveway yet. It sounds like a wheel bearing noise. Let's pull out onto the road. Turn left. So the noise gets quieter when you turn to the right. So that's typical of a wheel bearing. So we'll go back and put it up in the air. So if you hold the coil spring with your hand and spin the wheel, you can sometimes feel the noise, but this one's pretty bad. Listen. So it's definitely the right front wheel bearing. Let's get started. Well, I bought this socket for Volkswagen before. It's 17, but it's the wrong size. You need a 19 millimeter hex. So I found this piece of hexagonal or part of a manifold jacking tool. So I'm just going to put a socket on here. Should work. If you can't get it loose with an impact gun, you can take it off with a screwdriver into the rotor in here and loosen it with a power bar. So take the brake caliper off as an assembly because we're not servicing the brakes. They're like new. He does have a brake pad warning light on, but the sensor is not on this wheel. These are 21 millimeter headed bolts. Take them out, and then there's a T30 Torx bit holding the rotor on, and there's 4 triple square bolts in the back. And these bolts are, you're expected to replace those and the bolt that holds the wheel bearing flange to the actual CV shaft. So let's get the triple squares out now. So the bolts that hold the wheel bearing in from the back are M12 triple square. So you need a triple square socket, looks like this. And I've removed those, so now it's just a matter of knocking this wheel bearing out. Hopefully it's not too tight in here. So use care not to break the speed sensor that's sitting right here. It picks up a magnetic reluctor on the back of the wheel bearing. Clean this surface off with a Rolox sanding disc and the bore of the aluminum knuckle. And we're gonna have to press this flange out of the bearing because the new bearing doesn't come with a flange. There's a setup in the press with a couple pieces of angle iron to hold the flange. It's not that tight. Now, if we're lucky, the inner race will stay in the bearing, but I doubt it. It'll probably stay on the flange. Yeah, we gotta press the inner race off the flange here. I use a split flange to grab this. So there's the split flange. There's a groove cut in the top inner ring of the bearing. You can grab it with, but it's usually not that tight. So there, we got the flange off. Now we have to press it into the new bearing. Make sure there's no nicks. Looks good. That's it. Beautiful. Now we'll clean this surface up, put some anti-seize compound on it, and put it back together. So the bolt torque for the fasteners that hold the wheel bearing in is 80 Newton meters plus 90 degrees, and this bolt is 200 Newton meters plus 180 degrees. So got to use my snap-on torque wrench, but I'll use my click fastener torque wrench for 200 Newton meters on this bolt. To grab the socket from there. So 200 Newton meters is 145.7 foot-pounds. So I've got a screwdriver in the rotor, and I put a wheel nut and a spacer so that I'm not torquing on this little 6mm bolt. And this is 200 Newton meters plus 180 degrees. So now we're just going to mark the bolt here with a paint pen and turn it half a turn. So I'm going to torque this once I set this vehicle on the ground, because that's a lot of torque. I'm going to mark this with a paint dot and turn it 180 degrees. I got to find my white paint pen. That's tight. That's probably about 300 foot-pounds when you're tightening it. So I made a paint mark there and a paint mark on the wheel, and you can see it's started out up here at the top, so now it's 180 degrees. Yeah, we got to torque the wheels, and now I got to look at the brake wear light. Brake wear sensor light is on. So as near as I can tell, this vehicle only has one wear sensor on the left front, and there's lots of brake pad there. But if you look right in here, come on, focus. There's only one wire there. The other one is broken off. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's broken off right at this plug. So it needs a new wear sensor. Well, that's significantly quieter. There may still be some slight noise there, but no, that's pretty good. We'll call this one fixed. Thanks for watching.